This is a bittersweet moment. This is a moment that I miss. And it feels so good to be back in front of this camera talking to my fucking besties. Besties, I did not forget about y'all. I still love y'all. I'm still here. You can still DM me and talk about whatever. I miss y'all. And I know I went ghost for a few months. And today's video just about me getting into it with y'all, letting y'all know what's been happening behind the scenes in Asia, like Mone't, and where I've been. And let's get straight into this video. If I'm recalling correctly, my last video for you guys was the story time. Hopefully I like that video. If you haven't seen that video, it's right here. Go back, go tune in. I think it was a funny video. It was my first story time. Like I said, that video, I have a lot of stories to tell y'all. We was just getting to the beginning. That video I released in August. I want to say it was in the beginning of August I released that video. And August is when life just started like domino effect. And Satan was trying to pull me down. And life was just life. And the math wasn't mathing. And I just want to clear it up with y'all because y'all are my besties. And like I said, I miss this. I miss this moment. I miss sitting in front of this camera, talking to y'all, giving y'all content, and just being real with y'all. But here. So guys, back in August, I'm gonna say, let's start with the beginning of August. I was on this money movement thing. I was in my bag heavy. I was ready to stack, and that's it, get this bread. I picked up a second job. Things happened there. I ended up leaving that job, but I was just into my bag. I told myself I was going to do these 2 jobs. I was going to do YouTube. I was going to just get in my bag. Real heavy. But like I said, life threw some... he threw some shit at me. So, early August, my grandmother got sick. Not really sure. It started out with pneumonia. It started out with she has an infection somewhere, but we're not sure where the infection is coming from. She's in the hospital. Now, we wasn't thinking too much of it at first because if you know my grandmother, she's a fucking soldier. So we didn't have to really worry about anything. So they told us, like, she was up at the hospital. I went to go visit her. We kicking it, chilling, talking, woo, 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 whatever the case may be. I'm talking to the nurse. She's trying to figure out, get an update, what's going on. But basically, my family would just go to my grandmother's hospital. Woo, woo, woo. Cool. Then it got to the point where they started mentioning hospice. Now, me, I've never had a grief before. I have lost my other grandmother, but when I lost her, I was really young. I was only 7 years old. And I didn't really understand death at all at that age. I really was confused at the funeral. The whole thing was just confusing. I didn't understand anything. I didn't endure any pain at that time. And if I did, I don't recall it, right? So, like, I've never had a grief before. So, when they said hospice, I was just confused, like, hospice. That's for people that's dying, right? We're really not gonna make this longer than what it has to be, honestly. My grandmother got sick in August. She ended up going to hospice. She was doing really, really, really good. She was back talking. She was active. And then one day she just got back down. She wasn't really talking. She wasn't really responsive. Her energy was real low. So October 7th is the day I lost my grandmother. That's the first day. Me, personally, I'm a person that processes things very slow. It takes a while for me to process things. So that day, I didn't process anything. When I went to go tell her goodbyes before she even passed, I still wasn't processing everything. I was still hurt, but I wasn't processing anything that was going on because I just felt like it wasn't her time. Like, she wasn't going, and that wasn't going to happen to me. And I don't got to deal with this right now. So yes, October 7th, I lost my grandmother. If you know my grandmother, she meant the world to me. She holds a big significance in my life. That is my motivation in my life always. That is my soldier. That is my fighter. That is my protector. I will go to them back times 20. So when I lost my grandmother, I was really going through things prior before my grandmother was happening, and then that fell into play. My grandmother getting sick, and then losing my grandmother. This is my second time, my third time in my life being in a funeral, being at a funeral, attending one. But this time, this one hit me. This hit home. So that funeral I didn't do well with that. I fell into this deep depression after the grieving process, and I think that's where it all really started. I just want to say this, besties. Losing somebody it's not something you really can describe. Everybody grieves so differently. And it's so hard when you lose somebody in your family, because we're all going to react differently. We're all feeling how we're feeling. And I remember when I was grieving, I felt so alone. I felt so alone. I was angry. I wanted to fight. Anybody that didn't hold the amount of pain that I hold for my grandmother, I was ready to fight. I wanted static with. Anybody that didn't feel this hurt that I'm feeling, I want static with. But I fell into a deep depression. It got really, really bad. I started having some other issues go on. Then I was still having my seizures every day. It was just a lot going on. I was missing a lot of work due to the whole depression thing. It was a lot. So yeah, that held a big thing in me. I was going through a lot. Like I said, I was going through a lot throughout this whole time. I don't want to get too much into it, but it was a lot going on behind the scenes in Mone't. And I remember I said I want to get in front of that camera and I want to talk and I want to do this, but I can't. I'm so out of myself right now. I'm so out of my body. I didn't have the best coping mechanisms grieving. How am I doing with the grieving process today? And it's December 23rd. December 24th. How am I doing? I'm still hurt a lot. She's on my mind constantly, but I think I have healthier coping mechanisms, so that's helping a lot. I got to a point where I understand that usually everybody can't drop, stop, and roll for you because your life stop is on pause. So then I started therapy. I actually started therapy for other reasons that I've been working on this healing journey. I've been working on getting into my soft-core era. But I needed to be healed from some trauma that I had, some childhood trauma. And I started therapy throughout all this process. I started therapy. How is therapy going? It is very stressful. It makes me feel very out of place. It makes me very uncomfortable. I'm not saying don't go to therapy, but just be ready for all the emotions you hide or you don't really see on a day-to-day basis that you don't deal with. It makes me very uncomfortable. I've never got to the point where I was ready to give up. Never had that thought. I'm just this is uncomfortable and this is weird and this is awkward. Control till today. I want to tell you guys some exciting news. Right? Let's get into the exciting news. I've been stressed. Today's Christmas Eve and I have been stressed, guys. My lease ends in February and I will be moving. I know I never gave you guys a tour of this apartment. There's a lot of reasons why I never gave you guys a tour in this apartment, but this next place, I want to call it home. I want to make it feel like home, and I have signed my lease at the next place. I move in February, and I will be taking you guys along with that journey, but I had to look for an apartment as well. Yes, girl, I'm a soldier. I need to give myself a pat on the back. I don't ever give myself credit. Yes, girl. Yes. I had to look for an apartment. Luckily, I'm God's favorite, and I found the perfect apartment. And I get to tour it, my exact unit. I get to tour it next month, and I'm excited for this journey. I just feel like 2023 is gonna hold nothing but positivity for my besties. That's gonna be the year. That's gonna be the year that we just strive. I've worked so hard, I feel like, to be who I am right now. And it's finally paying off. It's finally paying off. And we gonna go into this new year with faith. We just walking by faith this whole new year. None of my faith. Yeah, guys, that's been my life. So, moving, grieving, healing, therapy, learning to love Mone't, pour into just Mone't. And I strive for all my ladies that, get into your self-care era. Figure out who you are. I'm still figuring out who Mone't is. I'm only 22 years young. And I will tell you, 22 has opened my eyes. I will say that 2022 has taught me a lot about me. And a lot that I need to fix. A lot that I need to fix. But I'm ready for this new year. Are y'all ready for the new year? We about to have fun, besties. We about to have fun. We about to be consistent. I want to say Merry Christmas to you guys, and y'all will see much more of me coming soon. I just ask that you guys stay patient with me. I'm working behind the scenes. I am working, okay? I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoy your holidays. Kiss all your loved ones. Let them know you miss them. If you miss somebody, let them know you miss them. Don't go back to somebody toxic. We're not doing that. Leave them here. Leave them in this year. But if there's somebody you need to tell you miss them and you need to tell what you feeling, get it off your chest, go tell them. But if you know they toxic, leave them where the fuck they at, okay? Besties, I love y'all. I'll see you on the next video. Y'all be safe.
Call me anytime, so I just want to make sure everything is everything. Love you and hope to talk to you soon.